Hello and welcome to my video. Here I will be mounting a Rotrex Supercharger on my BMW E46 328. This is a car I use for drift events and drifting in ice in the winter. It felt a bit slow last year, so hopefully a little boost from the Supercharger will give me just the missing horsepower I was hoping to get. Here you can see some of the parts I have. It's not a complete kit. I have bought the parts separately. It's a used charger, but I have bought some new parts for it, like a new pulley and new hoses for the oil or traction oil. I also have a new intercooler, fuel pressure regulator, new oil filter, and the new pulleys and new injectors, and a new bracket from Schaper in Germany. The piping for the intercooler I will be making myself. I know it's a tight space in the E46, but I hope I will manage to get this parts fitted and working nicely. I will also be running a stock ECU with a custom tune from Texan in Sweden. First, I was planning to weld these brackets onto the car, but then I realized this is aluminium and the brackets I had made was from steel, so then I ended up bolting them instead. It's very simple. I sealed off the air distributor. I have ordered some end caps that will look much nicer when they arrive than this just temporary to seal it off. It don't look good, but it's tight. The old injectors will be replaced with some new original Bosch injectors. I think it was about 440 or something, 440cc. Here you can see the old versus the new one. They have the same look. It's a bit special with the long tip. I was searching a bit to find the correct injectors, but I hope this will work fine. Like that. And then injectors are connected and the air shroud is sealed off. Still will be looking better when I just have these caps. This is the last piece from the CCV system. I cut off one piece and fitted a hose to it. It will be connected to the part that goes inside there. The one that's originally comes to this, and it will come up and into the intake. As you can see, I've done some parts, but I forgot to video it. I ended up taking off the fan to make some more room because it's so tight dealing with the bracket. But now I have mounted the bracket, the charger, and the belt. For now I did remove the reservoir for the power steering. Also I needed to, you can see there, I needed to grind a bit on the alternator. I don't have the stock alternator, it's a refabricated one. Maybe it's a bit different shape, but I just had to grind a bit on the housing to get the bolt fitted for the idler wheel. Next step is to make the piping out here, and then I will try to get it as close to the corner as possible here and in there. I think I need to sacrifice the headlight on this side, since I also planning to have the air filter down there, and there is no room because it's I have the HID, the HID headlights, and they go almost here. So I think I need to cut the inner part of the headlight to make some room, because there is not much space to cut in the car. And the other part of the piping will be even tighter. It's out there, and I need to go here and up and straight into the intake there. The first part I will use is a 90-degree hair, going like this. And then 60-degree. And then a 90-degree there. Then it's the first piping is about done. I attached the oil cooler on top of the intercooler in the same bracket. Just a temporary bracket for the oil canister. It's not pretty, but it's now I have all the oil cooling lines connected. I did, however, go and buy the shaper intake. It will go like this. It's so much easier to buy it compared to making it, because you need all of these inlets also. The OEM ECU I have replaced with a similar one, just with a custom chip for the Supercharger setup. I will be using a manual fuel pressure regulator from TurboSmart. I will connect it to the fuel rail using the OEM hose, so I can use the original connection. But for the return, I will be using just a normal fuel hose connecting between the fuel pressure regulator and down under the car into the fuel lines under the car. After I have done this, I will remove the OEM fuel pressure regulator and put a cap here. Here I have connected the fuel line between the fuel filter and the fuel rail and the regulator. This cap from Boost Monkey I will use to remove the OEM fuel pressure regulator to seal it off. the fuel is done, and now it's just some piping. This hose is for the idler control valve. Also, I need to mount the forge blow-off valve, since the air is needed to be returned into the intake. And then it's all done.